Emazing Eric Sports. Sports and laughs. It's all love. Ow!
I'm excited about this video. This is a good scrap. I didn't think I was going to be that excited about this fight, but I'm hoping this fight goes down. Today we're going to talk about Mikey Garcia and Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto and Mikey Garcia. Just to get you excited before we do the breakdown, I'm going to get my man Michael Buffer to help us. Michael, introduce Mikey for the people. In this corner we have Mikey. He doesn't have a nickname yet. Garcia. You know, Mikey really don't got a nickname. That's true. We need to help him get a nickname. All right, Mike, before we start, come on, tell him about Cotto. Tell him about Cotto, Mike. And in the opposite corner, Miguel Angel Cotto. Okay, Michael. Man, Mike, you let Mike on your stuff. Mike be trying to take over. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to run. Oh, wait, no, stop, Mike. I just thought about that. I'm sorry. I just thought about that. No, because when you do that, you be wanting $250 million every time you say that. You be trying to sue people if they use it. So I can't give you $250 for it today. So I'm sorry. Thank you, Michael Buff. Everybody clap. Thank you, Michael Buff. It was like that. Michael, please. Out that door right there. Thank you, Michael. Okay, let's get it started, people. All right. But anyway, it's your boy, Emazing Eric. Today we're here to talk about the Mikey Garcia Miguel Cotto proposed fight that is apparently being talked about and worked out right now, and why I think Miguel Cotto will beat Mikey Garcia. Now, that is not a clear-cut thing. This is a very, very close fight because Mikey's a stud. Now, I think that this is a great fight. The first thing that makes this great is it's the whole Mexico versus Puerto Rico thing. Now, I know Mikey's Mexican-American, but it's still Mexico versus Puerto Rico. And sign me up. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Puerto Rican. But whenever I see that those two are going to scrap, count me in. I'm there. I want to see it. Always a great rivalry. But we're going to give you a few reasons. We're going to go through three different steps to why I think Cotto should be favored here. The first step is I think Mikey and Team Mikey, Robert and the whole thing, I think they're living off a little bit of fool's gold right now. And we're going to bring up a picture. Bring him up. Now, when you see this guy's picture, you guys think I'm trying to call Adrian a fool. I'm not. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not trying to call. That was a bad look. Sorry, Adrian. Sorry, AB. I'm not trying to call you a fool, bro. But they are living off of fool's gold because of the AB fight. Because here's the situation, and the first thing I think. I think moving up and taking on AB and beating AB so easy, sometimes I think it gave them more confidence than maybe they should have about going up through the weight classes like this. They can prove me wrong. And if they do, I'll be the first to come here and admit it. But I think this confidence from the AB fight is a little bit of fool's gold because the first thing is Cotto will let his hands go. That has to be said. Mikey needs to know that. Miguel Cotto will let his hands go. Listen, if Adrian Broner would have just let his hands go, the fight with Mikey Garcia would have been completely different, I think. I'm not saying AB would have won, but he would have had a lot better chance of winning if he just would have actually let his hands go. Miguel Cotto, even at the faded age he is right now, will let his hands go. We just saw him fighting Yamagai. He let his hands go all night. We saw him with Canelo before that. He let his hands go. Miguel Cotto will let his hands go, and I think the hype and the confidence from the Adrian Broner fight could be a little bit of fool's gold. On top of that, Miguel Cotto is not as faded as I think people think he is. He is faded. He's not what he used to be, but I don't think he's as faded as what people are thinking he is. So I think if you combine the fact that they might think Mikey's moving up through the weight classes a little better than he actually is because of AB, and the fact that I think, I don't know for sure, but I think I just get the feeling listening to Robert Garcia talk, I think they think Cotto's lost, even though he was saying the right things about Cotto, I think that they really think Cotto's a little more faded than he really is. So I think the number one reason that Cotto has the advantage right here is that they are living off of fool's gold. That's number one. Let's move over to number two. And the number two reason, and this one is very, very, very important. The number two reason is Cotto is different with smaller men. When Miguel Cotto fights smaller men, he steps to smaller men. He is more aggressive and he fights more off of his front foot. It is one key thing to note. Key to note with Miguel Cotto. When Miguel Cotto feels more confident and he doesn't feel your size and your power is not overwhelming to him, he steps into the floor more, he gets on his front foot more, and he digs what I think could be the key thing for this fight. He digs that left hook to the body, even to the head, but he throws it to the body with conviction. He doesn't do this with Canelo, with the bigger guys he's fought. You never see him really digging in and going with, even when he fought Austin Trout, he doesn't throw these things with conviction. He just doesn't. But when he fights a smaller guy, he has a way of getting up on him and he lets that thing rip. And I think that could be a key thing, the left hook to the body and the head. Freddie Roach has been trying to bring that back, and Freddie Roach has successfully brought it back a little bit. But Cotto, I think, with Mikey Garcia in front of him, will stand there, try to get up on Mikey's chest, and he will let that left hook to the body and the head rip. There were a few moments in the Adrian Broner fight where when Adrian would go to Mikey's body, Mikey would look a little vulnerable. He would look a little worried about that. So I'm wondering, I don't know for sure, so Mikey fans don't be really mad at me, but I'm wondering, is Mikey a little vulnerable around the body? When he gets hit by Cotto, we will find out. I really think that's a key. Now, the third and final point is, Cotto will not be as worried about the punching power. Now, Canelo landed great shots on Cotto. Perfectly timed shots on Cotto, and he couldn't get Cotto out of there. Cotto's chin held up really well. I don't know for sure. We never know for sure, but I really would think, and a lot of you probably would agree with me, pound for pound, punch for punch, I think Canelo is bringing more thud and power because of his size, and he has great technique and speed than Mikey Garcia. So if Cotto could stand there and still fight Canelo, I really think he'll be able to stand there and fight Mikey Garcia. Now, Mikey Garcia and Canelo are two different type of fighters, but at the same time, Mikey Garcia doesn't use a ton of foot movement. He uses a great jab. He's well balanced. The main thing is he's sticking that jab to create that distance. I think if Cotto can close that distance, and Cotto can box off the back foot too, I think if Cotto can close that distance, I think Mikey Garcia's punching power might not be enough to really dissuade and just really push Cotto into that negative thing. You know how Cotto gets negative? When Cotto gets discouraged, he changes. His whole boxing game changes. He starts holding his glove up by his face and moving funny. He doesn't want to engage as much. He's just kind of trying to survive. I don't think Mikey Garcia can push him into that. Canelo didn't push him into that. He kept trying to win against Canelo. So I'm really looking at this Canelo-Alvarez fight saying Canelo was big that night. Canelo is probably going to weigh out Mikey Garcia by 20 to 30 pounds when Cotto fights Mikey Garcia than when he stepped in there with Canelo. So if Canelo was dropping heat on Cotto and Cotto was able to stay there, I think Mikey Garcia is going to have a hard time stopping Miguel Cotto. So those are my thoughts on that. Right now, we'll have plenty more time to talk on it, but right now, if you ask me right now who I'm leaning toward, I'm going Miguel Cotto. That's no disrespect to Mikey Garcia. And let me say that again. No disrespect to Mikey. I like Mikey. He's a grade A, top shelf, top level fighter. I really like Mikey a lot, but I think Miguel Cotto is too much for him. I think they might have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew going all the way up to 154. But we'll see. We'll have plenty of time to talk about it. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about this fight. And everybody who's subscribing and liking the channel now, we're brand new. We appreciate it. We'll be back with another one soon. Peace.